My name is Ajaya Dixit. I work at Institute for Social and Environmental Transition, Nepal. I work as its executive director. The important thing about this event, it sort of follows up on the meeting we had in Cape Town. Cape Town was the first time where all the the think tank cohort members came together. I think what it has done is to take us through this process of sort of 4-year journey where we have built sort of relationship with different organizations in South Asia where I come from, including few organizations in Latin America and Africa. So I think the benefit of this particular event would be to build that relationship, build an alliance and coalition, and then take this whole idea of doing good research to influence policies that begin to make life better for the population of these difficult and changing regions. What came out quite clearly from my perspective was that the analytical rigor of research sort of matters, and that analytical rigor has to be sort of validated by sort of thorough peer review internal within the organization as well as outside. Now the goal of this high quality research production would be to meet 3 goals. The first, it didn't come out explicitly, but I think ultimately the product that think tanks generate would contribute to sort of take forward the frontiers of knowledge, which I call principle. The second is this whole policy universe, that the product that the think tanks produce have to contribute to sort of inform the policy process, reform policy where needed. And the ultimate sort of objective of this, both knowledge and policy, is to improve practices. Practices of those working in the ground, trying to make a difference, trying to improve the quality of life and attain well-being. So in that sense, these 3 P's: principle, policy, and practices. And then how do you kind of make it better was sort of a lesson or message that I got from today's discussions, which I think was pretty matches with the kind of goals we have set for ISET Nepal. Well, I think the question of knowledge has a political dimension. There are different interests and different perspectives working in the sort of larger policy space. And what struck me was recognition of this reality, and that ultimately the research that you conduct or the product that you bring out has to sort of inform the public dialogue, inform the public for asking right questions, for demanding, if you will, the services from, for example, policymakers and politicians and researchers. And that kind of, locating research in that context, I think, was pretty interesting that I found in today's discussion. As a researcher, I've been working on research area for last so many years, and I'm part of very different networks. Now my experience in policy and knowledge and practice improvement is, when you have a group that transcends disciplinary boundary and geographies and then come together in sort of defining and addressing a problem and offering solutions, the strength of that alliance is really sort of tremendous in terms of how you engage with your individual policymakers in individual countries. So my intention at the end of this meeting is to connect with these colleagues in Latin America and Africa, which is geographically sort of pretty far away from where we live. But I think the kind of challenges we face are not very different. The socio-cultural context is a bit different, the politics is different, but nevertheless the challenges the think tanks face and the challenges the people face and how you kind of collectively build our capacity to address these challenges, I think, are very similar. So I want to connect with these different groups and then begin some tangible activities where we can bring in understanding and knowledge that we have gained over the last 4 years, including earlier times with others, and then take their knowledge to our place and then build up that partnership and coalition. That's something I will look forward to.